Yo, good morning, you guys. Welcome to Championship Sunday. Of course, we all wanted us to be in it today, but we know how that's going to go. Next year, when they take Namath's jersey out of retirement and give it to Rodgers, and he's throwing those Hail Marys.
Or here comes the downer that I am. Is that jersey cursing as soon as Rodgers puts it on, he's out for the year.
Well, I was talking to my brother and I said, our luck, it'll be like a Testaverde. He'll come in, in 99 there.
Yeah.
First game, boom, and he'll blow his knee out or an Achilles or something.
Now, Kev, let me ask you, because social media, Jet social media, seems to be divided on everything. Yay for Rodgers, nay for Rodgers. Yay for Hackett, nay for Hackett.
Right.
Let's take this step by step. Just you as a fan, do you want Rodgers? And if yes, why? And if no, why?
Listen, I'm all in. I'm
Okay.
all in, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
We have sucked at this position for so damn long, and I'm tired of it.
Okay.
I'm tired. I don't want to watch projects. I don't want to watch. Well, he's getting there. Well, we're showing improvement every day. Well, he looks great in practice. Well, if he could just translate it to the field, you want to sit through that anymore? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. If we had competent quarterback play of any level this year, we might even be playing today.
And you see, Kev, everything you said, I agree with 100%. All right. But I'm the Jet fan that always sits on the fence. I understand Jet social media being 50-50. I get it. I feel the way you do, but then I also feel this way. I'm tired of these quick fixes, bringing the greatest name out there that year or that moment, 2 years.
Right.
And then we're back to scratch all over again. But
let me chime in on that.
Yeah, of course.
The other way doesn't work for us either. It doesn't work. Sanchez, Darnold, Zach. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, whether that's because we don't have the people here to make it work, I don't know.
I think the last
I don't know, but all I've heard is from the other side. Oh, don't mortgage the future to get Rodgers. The future is now. The future is now. It's about each year. It's about winning the damn Super Bowl. Nothing else. There's winning and there's misery. There ain't nothing else.
Again, Kevin, props.
And I don't give a crap about, well, what does that do for us 4 years from now? Who cares? We'll address that 4 years from now. Let's go win a damn Super Bowl. If we got a quarterback, you got Breece Hall, you got Garrett Wilson, offensive rookie of the year. You've got these weapons, two good tight ends. All you needed was somebody to get them the ball.
And Kevin, when you make those points, it's hard for me to disagree with you. I get all that. I do. I'm just playing the devil's advocate. The Rodgers deal happened. Square one. Worry. The Aaron Rodgers makes sense. Diva or not, we made fun of him on our podcast. We teased. We didn't worry about 4 years. I get it. Your answer is going to be when I follow up by saying 2 years and we don't get to the Super Bowl, then what?
That's
all we can do.
Right, but we could watch the same crap with Joe Blow playing quarterback and not get to the Super Bowl. You know, and
I
not even
agree.
compete for the playoffs. We could win 7 games again or less.
Right. So then isn't it about time if Joe Douglas is the GM we think he is, and we all put him on the pedestal, GM of the year, blah, blah, blah. Isn't it time now he brought in a coach and an OC and a DC, a defensive coordinator that could work with everyone and build everybody up instead of the flash in the pan? I feel like now Saleh was the flash in the pan coach. He was the hot commodity that
The
year.
rah-rah
Because when you
guy.
see again what like what you see what Darble did this year, what you see what even the Miami coach did this year, then you take the Bengals coach who might go back to his second Super Bowl in 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, like I'm jumping the gun. Now I'm on the coach. Forget that. This organization needs, again, I agree with the Rodgers thing, but just to play devil's advocate, because if we agree all the time, what good is a show? When is this organization finally going to bring in the coaches that could take a young player and mold him into an Aaron Rodgers, into a Tom Brady?
That's another aspect I've heard about the Rodgers thing, that he'd be a great mentor for Zach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, again, Kevin,
An
this is
a la Mahomes sitting behind Alex Smith.
Yeah. And Kevin, again, this is why I'm 50-50, because I get all those points. Like you, I'm sick of winning. I'm sorry. That was a faux pas. I'm sick of losing. Kevin, I'm thinking about it today. If Justin Fields is healthy, we might not win that game, and we finish the season 0-7. I get all that. What I don't want, Kevin, is that Fitzmagic first year when we thought, wow, look at us. All right, we missed the playoffs, but we got the guy and we're going to grow from here. And everything just went to shit. I don't want the Sanchez where those first 2 years, look how great. And then management decided to tear it all down and strip it of its beautiful trees and plants and leaves. And we went to shit again. I'm tired of that.
Listen, it's about winning the Super Bowl. It's about nothing else but winning the Super Bowl. It's not about who you like and developing players. Oh, well, he's a nice player, and okay, well, maybe in 3 years he can come along. And well, it's about winning.
No,
there's winning and there's misery.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing else.
I get it, Kev. And when Big Joe D and Saleh. Go ahead.
No, and the fact that we were 7-4 and you went on a 6-game losing streak, mainly due to quarterback play.
And 3 of those games, no TDs.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do something. You have to. We cannot go into next season with our quarterbacks being Zach Wilson and Mike White.
Now, Kev,
I want a proven veteran to go with the rest of this team. You give Rodgers a running back like Hall and receivers like Wilson.
Agree.
and Moore, and tight ends like Conklin and Uzama, and come on, man.
Again, Kevin, agree.
I saw things where people said Rodgers could make Wilson into the next Davante Adams.
I saw that too. And again, Kevin,
I absolutely agree.
And I agree too, Kevin. And again, I could sit here and say everything you're saying and go, agree. What's the point in doing this podcast? I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers out of the mix again. I'm starting to get a little upset with Joe D. I'm starting to get a little upset with Saleh. LaFleur's not here, so I'll leave him out. But
he went to the Rams. The Rams hired LaFleur. and you're frozen.
With what he worked with, that they go, once we bring in our quarterback and we get him on our system. Meanwhile, once they lost, God rest his soul, Greg Knapp, none of these three or none of these, and we've been screaming for that. Joe Douglas is at fault here at some point too for the development of Zach Wilson, in my opinion, even more than LaFleur.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't bring in the right people to help him. No, I have to agree on that.
But my question to you is,
I wish I could understand your question.
would we have been better? And Brett, what's that?
I wish I could understand. I wish I could understand the question, but they're going.
Let's try it again. Would the Jets have been, with a young OC like LaFleur, would they have been better with a 3-year quarterback as Sam Darnold with all these weapons instead of a Zach Wilson, who was a rookie, who played a cupcake schedule, who really didn't beat anyone worth bragging about in his final 2 years?
And until he got humbled by getting benched, he was kind of a bitch.
Yeah, it sounds that way. And listen, everyone is starting to hear little whispers, because when Kyle Brandt on a Good Morning Football brings up the fact that Sauce Gardner shows Mike White as his quarterback for some Madden Fun Day game, and Sauce had to come out and defend the reason why that was, these whispers are now becoming screams. People
they don't like this kid.
Starting to hear more and more of what's,
They don't like this kid. They don't. Yeah. As a person, I think they don't like this kid.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the fan base loved him, and I didn't know what they loved. I really didn't, Kevin. Maybe I was just being an old curmudgeon. I didn't know what they loved. He never took blame for anything, and he never showed us anything but that one. Every once in a while, he hit a home run. But how many times did he
crap the bed?
Yeah, shit the bed. Exactly.
Run backwards and take a sack.
Yeah, and everyone, and in the beginning we all coddled him. Oh, the offensive line stinks. Oh, the offensive line stinks. Oh, the offensive line stinks. All right, whatever.
You're still the second pick in the draft. Make a play.
Yeah.
Make a play.
Yeah. And again, Kevin, saying all this, again, I know I'm flipping and flopping. I even like the Derek Carr if it comes. What I'm worried about is that 2 years, 3 years, when both these quarterbacks fade into the sunset, where are we? That's all.
You address that when you get there.
No.
You're trying to tell me that if you could get Rodgers here for 2 years, maybe next year you make it to the AFC Championship, you're worried about 3 years, 4 years from now?
I'm not. What I'm worried about is getting Aaron Rodgers here for 2 years and doing what we did to Sanchez, just getting to the knocker, but not reaching for the brass knocker. And we're back where we started 2 years later. That's what I'm worried about,
You would hope if everybody stays healthy with this defense and this running back that we got, you add a couple more offensive pieces, you beef up the line.
Yeah.
Becton gets healthy. AVT comes back healthy. Mitchell's healthy.
Yeah.
You pick up a free agent or something somewhere.
Someone in the draft. No.
Right.
Kevin, on paper, the blueprint sounds as pretty as I can't wait to jump in and start driving this new machine. I understand that. I'm just worried that we're just a deja vu organization.
All we've heard is the comparison to Favre with Rodgers.
Yeah.
But okay. You wouldn't take that again? 8-3? You wouldn't take 8-3 again, and he doesn't blow out his shoulder, and we probably go to the AFC Championship.
I would, Kevin, because I'm desperate.
Yeah,
this is
that's
what desperate
I'm saying. That's what
organizations.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be desperate anymore. Like everyone can knock the
Well, if you can bring
Chargers for
Rodgers here,
blowing that.
if you can bring Rodgers here and we get to the Super Bowl, I won't be desperate anymore. I'll be happy.
So, Kev, if the football gods gave us Rodgers, and within the 2 years that he's here, we win one Super Bowl, right? In those 2 years he's here, and then we do the Joe a la Joe Namath, and we suck for 50 years. You're good with that?
I'm good. I can die.
Okay.
I can die. we won the trophy. I can die now.
Okay. Again,
Listen,
I want to see that date.
I'm 59 years old today. I'm tired of waiting.
I
may drop dead tomorrow.
No. And listen, as a 53-year-old man myself, I agree with that too. But like, why is this organization the one and done organization where you're starting to see, like, again, I started saying about the Chargers, they blew that game, they choked, but they're developing Herbert. He's getting better. You see Joe Burrow. Now they're calling him, if he wins today, they're calling him the next Tom Brady. Joe
Yeah,
Burrow,
sure.
You know, you see Mahomes and what he does. He's magically delicious passes. You know, boom, boom, boom. Like you see these, and then you see these quarterbacks, and here we're again. You send the perfect meme to me 3 years ago of the Grim Reaper knocking on the door of all the Jet quarterbacks over the years, that after 3 years, the Sith came down and slashed them, you know? I'm tired of being that organization.
That's why, listen, we've tried both ways. Neither one works. You get a shot at this guy. You got his offensive coordinator now here from Green Bay. That was for what was it, 3-4 years? So hey, if you can get him, take it.
Yeah. That he signed on with us because there's whispers
that
yes,
of course. Yes. You don't think and they're supposed to be good friends, Rodgers and Hackett. You don't think they talk to each other? Listen, I'm thinking of going to New York. If I take this job, would you want to? You don't think that went on? Come on.
You know, Kevin, I think that happens less than people think.
You think?
Yeah.
And I mean, we know we wouldn't want to get any tampering charges here.
No, but I think that happens a little less than people think. Everyone thinks Nathaniel Hackett came here instead of taking a year off, full pay from Denver, because under the table, the Rodgers deal is going to happen.
Well,
here's what I'm going to say to that. There are 32 OC jobs. There's not 300,000 32 OC jobs. There's 32. Hackett is a coach who believes in his abilities. So when he dropped the ball in Denver and that's weighing on him, he doesn't want to take a year up. He wants to jump right back into that seat.
Right back on the horse.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear that the Jet job wasn't the creme de la creme of jobs. There's only 32 of them. They're all creme de la creme jobs. What? Because he heard under the table Rodgers was coming. He took the job because there's 32 of them, and he wants to prove that he's better than what was left to him in Denver.
Right.
Which I think I think a lot
of that problem in Denver was Russell Wilson.
Probably. Or you know what? I'm going to call his Hackett the Todd Bowles effect. Because Todd Bowles is an excellent
great coordinator.
He's not a head coach.
Right.
I'm sorry, Kevin. It takes a special person, and I'm seeing this more like now that my son plays high school ball. I'm going to more games. I'm watching. It takes a special. You could coach, but can you lead men? Can you lead, and even young men? Like when you're that guy and you're leading 58 people, 52 people, 65 people, and they're all in sync in what you're saying. That's what you the coach. That's what makes you special. Todd Bowles
Absolutely, I
might not
agree.
be a leader of maybe Todd Bowles is just good or Hackett was just good at these, but to lead a bigger group, they can't do it. Doesn't mean they're not good at what a specific job. They're just not good at all the jobs, if that
Exactly.
makes sense.
Exactly.
You know?
Hey, man, some people they just aren't made to be head coaches. Great coordinators, but head coaches.
Now, I don't know what we're going to get out of Nathaniel Hackett. I read somewhere today that his numbers aren't that great. His numbers didn't become great till Rodgers. But you need the player in Nathaniel Hackett's defense. You need the player to implement those plans that you're putting out there.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
We cannot just, we're all going to be 50-50 on the Nathaniel Hackett.
I don't mind the hire, actually.
Signing, and neither do I.
Especially if it gets him here.
Yeah. And even if it doesn't get him here, I don't mind the hire.
And I've had people say to me, "Why are you so enamored with Rodgers?" I want to win a damn Super Bowl. What do you mean? Why am I? What the hell are you talking about?
I get it.
I mean, it's not the guy. It's his ability that I'm enamored with.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had somebody with that ability?
No, you're right, Kevin. Yeah, but you just have to love sports because I also love Jet media, social media, all of it. I love it all. I'm for it all. I love the fact that at one point we were bitching because Derek Carr, in all his career, lost 7 games or 9 games where he played in the cold. And I'm thinking, seriously, in his 9-year career, 8-year, he's lost 9 cold games. I take it. If that's all he lost in those weathers, we already lost 4 cold weather games this year. Please, stop with the nitpicking on who. Oh man!
Listen, everybody's got to say something about something, right?
Yeah, no, I know. I just wish I was on social media and the sand when we moved up to get Sanders. What was Jet Nation like with that move? Was that 100% in agreement? Was that 50% in agreement? Did everyone hate the move?
Yep.
I don't know. And anyway, the other, what's his name? Kevin Carter, the old line coach. That I think I'm more pumped about than the Nathaniel Hackett signing. That kid from Tennessee, that they had some line. Derrick Henry, man, was running like, and you could see,
man. Listen, I was kind of pumped up though that Mangold offered his services for the old line.
I agree, and I was hoping that was going to Carter getting this old line and Brees running behind it, Michael Carter running behind it, even Bam and Ty Johnson, if they're around running behind it. This is an old line coach. Now, what I will say, Kev, if I don't know what the trade value is, do we have to give up a 1 this year? What we have to do to get Aaron here? But if you do get Aaron here, then you can focus on your O-line in the draft, in free agency, because now you're set.
Wouldn't it be nice to have to worry? Wouldn't it be nice for 1 year not to have to worry about the damn quarterback?
Yeah. But we said that 2 years ago. We said, isn't it nice now that we got Zach Wilson? We thought he was going to be here for 10 years. The golden boy. Before he even stepped on the field, Rich Eisen crowned him Zach's Fifth Avenue. We all ran with that. That company, Zach is good. Now they don't even want to put anything part of it. Now it's just is good. Like, that company who made all the Zach shirts.
Yep. Yep. Oh man. Well, we will see.
We were gonna have any. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna have any Jet news, and we could go on again. And
here you go. Right.
Yeah. Now, should we talk playoff football, or do you want to still talk about it?
No, let's go. Let's turn our
before we get into Championship Sunday. What was your take on the 4 games last week? I believe we went 2-2. You had the Chiefs. We both had the Bulls. I had the Bengals. You had the Eagles. I had the Giants, and we both liked the 49ers. Let's go what I believe was the worst game to the best game. Mm-hmm. Did the Giant-Eagle game shock you? How they manhandled the Giants?
No. Not at all.
Wow.
Much of the Eagles are much better.
Right, I said 24.
So much. Eagles are a so much better team. It would. Yeah.
I said 24-21, but if I recall, you had a blowout.
Yes.
I believe you had the Eagles blowing them out of the water, which props to you for that.
Yep. It wasn't even. I knew it wasn't in. I remember saying it's good. It was a great story, the Giants and everything, but it ends today. I remember saying that.
It's a game, and I had the Giants being the Cinderella and winning that. Just for a second, you see how we signed the thing. It's the Aaron Rodgers theory, why he took the job. The same thing was said about Cipriani when he got hired by the Eagles. Everyone laughed. Who is this guy? Where is he? Where did he come from? What is he do? He's a tower boy. He's a this. He's a whatever. Eagles are 60 minutes away from a Super Bowl.
That's right.
In his second year, right?
Hey, and speaking of coaches, how about Reich down in Carolina now?
Yeah, but I'm just talking back to Cipriano. I'm just talking about leader of men, getting guys motivated, hiring a nice staff around you. Everyone laughed at the Cipriani hiring. And now they'll all come out and tell you they didn't. But I remember people giggling, who's this guy? What? And now they're 60 minutes away from a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lot better than we thought, Kev. That Chiefs-Jags game was a lot better than we thought. You had 31-13. Go ahead.
They got a quarterback, right?
Yeah, and a coach. A coach.
So.
Yeah.
Good thing we won that
Buffalo game. We knew.
Good thing we won that Ram game that year.
Yeah. But Kevin, I'm still convinced even if we went 0-16 and took Trevor, we ruined him too. Peterson was the reason that Trevor is taking those steps.
You're probably right.
What about that Bengals-Buffalo game? What a game. Wow.
What an upset. What a game. Hey, hold on one second.
Yep.
What an upset. Hey, and I think you think Allen's overrated?
I think this year he tried to do more than he needed to.
Yeah, he tried to do it all himself.
Overrated. Yeah, I just think he tried to prove that it's not Dable's system. It's how I play, how we run this offense, I think he did more than he had to. I also think Buffalo never got a run game going this year. Everything was predicated on him throwing the ball 40, 50, 60 times if he had to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I will say is that I think next year, going into next year, all those football shows and football media guys have to bring down their the jubilation of Allen. Bring it down just a little. Because now when I see the Buffalo Bills logo, as good as they are and as many Super Bowls as they went to, they remind me of always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Every year we're talking about that Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
The prettiest girl, and then they always finish in second.
It was wide right again last weekend.
Yeah. They always finish in second. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You know? And Josh Allen might be the Dan Marino of our, where Marino made that Super Bowl in the first year and never sniffed it again. Allen may never sniff a Super Bowl.
If you want to know how brutal the Bills history, I mean, we should talk as Jet fans, but if you want to know how brutal the Bills history is, Super Bowl and playoff wise, that's Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith and all them guys.
Well, think about it. Those teams we thought were great, and they're 0-4 in the Super Bowl.
Andre Reed, all those guys.
0-4 in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen in the last this is before years. What are we looking at? No Super Bowls, an AFC championship loss, and 3 times knocked out of the playoffs before the championship, right? Or 2 times, whatever.
Yeah.
So the Buffalo Bills now are always the bridesmaids, never the bride. So that's how I look at them. And listen, if you're and I want to talk, I'm a Jet fan. I shouldn't say much, but next year let's bring down our enthusiasm on how great Allen is and how this team is a shoo-in to make the playoffs and win this division.
Listen, I'm going out on a limb here. If things stay status quo in the AFC East and Rodgers comes here, we're winning the division.
Okay, good. Write it down. Write it down, Kev. Write it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Who scares you?
You want to know my honest opinion? Only because, and I know he coached a bad playoff game, couldn't get timeouts in, couldn't get plays in, and maybe Buffalo is not the team we thought they were. McDaniels with Miami, if Tua Tagovailoa, noodle arm, stays healthy, I think they beat Buffalo that day. I think right now, if it's status quo, when we bring in Rodgers, it's us and Miami fighting for it. Because Buffalo does not scare me anymore. Buffalo does not scare me anymore.
We beat him here with Zach. Right?
Yeah,
beat him in the first game.
Does not scare me anymore.
And and if you had any kind of quarterback play whatsoever, you might have beat him the second game too.
Yeah. Now I thought I also heard there's some. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm listening. No, I thought I heard this week there was. I thought I heard this week there was some whispers out in New England that coaching staff is falling apart. Like there's been questionable plays, like they're not happy with what Belichick's not happy with the staff, and that's why he's looking to get what's his face back from Alabama. What was his old OC? I can't think of his name. O'Brien. He's looking to lure him back. Right, O'Brien, I think it was. But anyway, let's get back to football. So those 4 games were good. We enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that these 4 teams are left standing?
No.
Are these the 4 teams that should be left standing?
Yes.
No?
Yes. I think that it should be, yeah.
Yep, these are the best 4 teams. I agree.
Absolutely. I mean, name me better teams in both conferences.
No, there isn't. Kevin, whatever combination comes out today, this Super Bowl hopefully will live up to the hype of what these 2 games should live up to today.
Yep.
You know?
So, with that said, who do you like?
Before I tell you that, let's dive into some numbers between San Francisco and Philadelphia.
All right, yeah, sure.
Both teams have played each other 35 times in the history. 49ers lead the series 24-1. They met only one time in the playoffs. Okay, they only met one time in the playoffs. The longest win streak was held by the Eagles, I believe. 5 wins in or what do. I wish this game was in San Francisco, and because it's not, I'm taking the Eagles.
Okay.
I'm taking the Eagles.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With that said, the Niners are a 2.5-point dog in this game.
Okay.
Okay. I love McCaffrey.
Okay.
All right. I also like the Cinderella story of Brock Purdy.
Okay. Yeah. Who wouldn't? That would be a
And-
Super Bowl great, right?
Yeah. So just shows you how important first round draft picks are, right? Just shows you how important first round draft picks are for quarterbacks. How much better they are than guys who come out of the 5th and 6th rounds, right? And with that said, I will be taking the 49ers today.
Round 4 Super Bowls. You know, it's true. If you can't coach these kids up, it doesn't matter who the hell they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who the hell they are. But
Yep.
so I'm assuming you like the 49ers today?
Yeah, give me the Niners and Brock Purdy.
I am. I'm giving you that. You want to give a score? I like a close one.
I'm going to say 24-19 Niners.
Well, I got 24-20 Eagles.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Which brings us to our own conference. At 6:30 this evening, where Joe Burrow comes out of the jungle and goes into Arrowhead.
Looked good last week, and that worries me this week. So was Purdy exposed in your mind, or was the Dallas defense just that good? And is the Eagle defense as good as Dallas's defense?
To me, Dallas stinks, in my opinion.
Even on defense? Or is the defense what kept them in the game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Prescott's overrated. I think Zeke can go like this all he wants, but it don't matter.
Okay, yeah. So then my question to you is, when somebody brought up that Purdy might have been exposed, was he, or was Dallas defense?
I think he was
just that
exposed.
good. Purdy will be much better. Okay.
He'll be much better today.
Okay. Should be a fun game. Now, you were saying AFC Championship tonight.
6:30. Burrow and the Bengals into Arrowhead.
6:30. Cincinnati series 18-14. One playoff game. Point differential 661 to 639. Bengals over the Chiefs. The series started in 68. The Bengals had a 5-game win streak from 72 to 77, and then another 4-game win streak in 08, 09, 2012, and 2015. Game that was last year, the Bengals won 27-24. I know who you like, but you could tell us why.
Mainly because they're a dog. I mean, since when have the Chiefs been a dog at home? They're a 1.5-point dog today.
Is it because they're worried about the Mahomes ankle?
The ankle. Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with his ankle, honestly.
Okay.
I think a nice tight wrap on that ankle and maybe a shot before he goes out there in it to numb it out a little bit, and he's good to go.
Okay, so I already got you down for the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Bengals, and we'll have some fun. Another nail biter, another overtime game. What are we looking at?
27-24. KC.
You like the Chiefs 27-24.
Yep.
Okay.
Possibly in overtime.
Wow. All right. So we'll make a little asterisk for overtime. 27-24. Now, I actually like the Bengals, which you know, and I'm going 31-27 Bengals.
31-27 Bengals. Okay. I'm right.
What's the weather like in Philly? Are we gonna get some snow? What's the weather like in AC?
I don't know. Good question. Once we get out of here, I'm gonna go pop things on and start checking out the pregame stuff. So,
Kevin, my memory is not what it used. AFC this championship Sunday with these 4 teams and these games could live up to being one of the greatest championship Sundays we've had in a while, right? Who was it? Well, I shouldn't say that. The Chiefs Bengals last year was great. Who was good, the NFC matchup?
Who
that
was
good too? Yeah, see, I can't even remember anymore.
Well, I mean, we're not.
Well, the Bengals lost to the Rams in the championship.
Right.
The Bengals lost to the Rams. Who did the Rams beat? Did they beat the 49ers in that championship game? I can't even remember. My memory's shot. Too many things on the plate to remember everything.
Listen.
But it'll be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, what are we, about 5 hours away? What is it, 11, almost 11, 4 hours away? Love it. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
I'll be taking the 2 dogs today. Dog day afternoon.
No, there you go. Write it down. Dog day afternoon. Mm-hmm. Chiefs and 49ers for Kev. Eagles and Bengals for moi. Here we go. Here we go.
In the league where they play.
But I can't.
For pay.
Kevin, I can't believe we're down to the final 3 games of the season. How fast?
Crazy. Hey, at least we had something to talk about this season and instead of misery. I mean, the last 6 weeks aren't that good, but
yeah, no, I know.
And again, will you bring me number 12? Bring me number 12. Bring me number 12. I want to go to the Super Bowl.
The football gods. You got to pray to those football gods for number 12.
And hey, Joe Willie even said, I'll unretire my number and give it to you. Right?
No, I know. Kev, Joe Namath unretires the number. Rodgers wins the Super Bowl with New York, retires as the god, and then the number and the team is cursed for another.
Yeah, for another 50 years. But that's all right. I'll be dead. I don't care. It's all right.
Kevin, if that happens, I want the football gods to bless us to do this another 30 years because I want to talk about the curse. 30 years down the road, talk about the number 12 curse. Oh, man. All right, my brother. You enjoy your championship Sunday. I will too. And I will see you next week where hopefully we have a special guest coming on.
Absolutely. That's what I'm hearing. So we'll let you guys know more about that as the days go on here. Yeah. So, all right. So you guys enjoy the games tonight. All right. If you got a dog in the fight, I hope your dog wins. All right. And
we have a buddy. We do have a buddy who has a dog, and I know he's a little
nervous we do. Right now. Yes, we do.
Yep.
Yes, we do. He's a
little nervous right now.
Oh, yeah, he's probably freaking out right now.
Yeah. We're probably going to get the wine opened up and trying to calm down his nerves.
That's right. That's right. We should have had him on today.
I know. My bad. My bad.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the games tonight. And until then, get up. We'll talk to you later.